Hey, we got, it's Beattie Buffs, episode 4. Alright. Alright guys, hey, I'm back. Got episode 4 going on. So far, so well. I think they're getting a lot easier, but, you know, we're moving along, mowing down. I've seen a good amount of films lately, so I gotta knock these out. So let's jump into probably my favorite film of this year so far. Just didn't get the best score so far this year, but just the best one that I like so far this year because it was just epic. This episode 4, we're going to talk about Mom and Dad. Mom and Dad actually came out January 19th, 2018, and it was probably the third film that I've seen this year. I think so, yeah. I didn't see all these in order, so I just kind of, just happened upon it. The trailer looked freaking bananas, so I jumped all over that. And then how I was talking about with before, I happened to not give this one the best score so far out of all the films that I've seen. It's still got a really high score. I actually gave it an 8.9 out of 10. A little millipoint away from a 9 out of 10. You're gonna find out why it got such a high score. Because, trust me, you guys all need to go see this movie. It's insane. Let's just get into right on the grading system. I happen to give this one, on acting, I gave it a 0.8. Reasons why I only gave it a 0.8 is because the actors that they grabbed weren't the strongest. We got Nicolas Cage. He's not known for his astounding acting roles. I mean, he's, Nicolas Cage. He's got Face Off probably would be the best example of his great acting. He just had those crazy kind of roles, which it's he does some good stuff, but at the same time, I would say he has his own little style. Anne Winters, never seen her before this movie. She actually played the daughter in this one. We got Zachary Arthur. He was the son. Okay. And then, so moving on to camera work. Camera work was it was fucking insane. I don't know if anybody knows, if you've seen Crank, if you've seen Gamer, Crank 2, what was the other one? Ghost Rider, The Spirit of Vengeance. Not the shitty first one, the second one, the good one. That one, it has a director for it, and he just tends to go all out for his, all his action shots are so clean. The intensity of his movies are out of this freaking world, and he puts himself in these awkward positions to get the best shot. He'll throw on fucking rollerblades, grab the back of the car, and tow himself, filming, a motorcycle chase or something like that. Filming with the camera in his hand, not on a rig or anything like that. He's kind of putting his life at risk to get the perfect shot. And this guy, he deserves every bit of credit. So give him all the credit that's due. Director goes by the name of Brian Taylor. He's responsible for all of those badass movies. I am a fan of Brian Taylor. I am 100% fan of Brian Taylor. But it's because of what he goes through to get these great shots and to tell these unique stories and stuff like that. So it's just I pay him homage. He has his own style, and man, he rocks the shit out of it. So with character development, not the best in character development, but fairly decent amount for as short of a movie as it was. I think it was only an hour and some change. I think it might have been shorter 2 hours, an hour and 50 something minutes, if anything. Character development, I only gave a 0.6. Just not enough there for me to be super concerned about all the characters. I mean, kids and its parents, and they're having
whole thing that's going on, and I'll get towards storyline at the end, but it's just like it's insane. It wasn't. It was compelling because of what was going on, but it wasn't compelling because of what I knew about the characters, and I wanted them to survive because of this and because of that. So that fell a little bit short, but all in all, character development wasn't that bad. Getting into some real shit. Editing, man, editing is fucking out of this world. He's got his own style. He's got his own way of doing transitions and like fluid transitions that he makes with the camera, not so much that he makes with the editing software. He does both, but at the same time, it's like he does this organic style with the editing. It's awesome. And he mixes it in with his music choice, which we'll get to that next, and it's just like it's just a great combination. He's really good at what he does. Humor in this movie, it was around a lot actually. There were a lot of laugh out loud moments, but it just goes with the insanity of the movie. Like a lot of stuff you probably shouldn't have laughed at, but you laughed at anyways because it was just so nuts. A lot of actual jokes in there. Nicolas Cage has this one moment where there's a kid that is in his home that's not his own kid, but that's trying to save his kids from Nicolas Cage, and he's just roughing this kid up like crazy. The kid trips and falls on the ground, and he does this little, and then he freaking slams his head into the ground. You think the kid's dead, but it was just like this kid probably should have died 3 or 4 times, and he didn't fucking die. He's the damn Terminator. Nicolas Cage having to and then you have a hokey pokey moment where he's destroying a damn pool table. He's got little moments like that steal the fucking show. But it's just that's Nicolas Cage for it. He's not I wouldn't say he's a great actor. He's a good actor. But he's just got these moments that just they stick with you. All right, now we're gonna get into music because the whole thing with Brian Taylor and his movies and his style of editing and just everything like that. Music plays a really big part. He has a very good soundtrack in every movie that he does. Crank. I still have songs from that movie. Gamer had I think it was a techno-y kind of soundtrack, which was still good. Spirit Vengeance, I think, had a few things in there, and then it was but this one was they really emphasize a lot on bass in the music. I think it's because bass is a little more jarring. The movie was just it was a little much at times, so it's just fucking A, man. But the soundtrack hit so hard, and it was techno, and it was rap, and it was I didn't get into anything really other than that, but it was a lot of good songs. A lot of good songs. I wish I would have saw it in the theater, but it didn't get a theater release. I saw why it didn't get a theater release after I saw it, but I understand now. We're gonna get into one of the most important is originality. I want to say that they had to sit down, right, and they were like, you know what, we're gonna make a zombie movie. It's been done a lot, okay. It's probably hundreds of them that are done every year, especially now since The Walking Dead is blowing up. But everybody was fucking zombies, right? So they sat down and oh, okay, we're gonna do a zombie movie. And they're you know what? Let's make it a little bit different. Let's see if we can tweak it somehow. Oh, okay. How about if we make, parents go nuts and want to freaking just kill their own kids. They go insane with rage and just something happens and they go nuts and they want to kill their own kids and the kids have to survive somehow. But it was just and the reason I use a zombie movie as a reference because the parents were so animalistic in so many scenes and it was what the fuck is going on? These are your own kids. And it's they took that phrase that I'm sure every parent has said at one point where they've just looked at their kids after their kids have done something that I was doing. I wish I could kill this little piece of shit, but I'm not gonna because I fucking love him.
or her, you know what I mean? Like they took that phrase and they turned it into a movie, and they just did so much with it. It was just absolutely insane. Very intense, very original, very, very original. Round of applause for them for doing that. And then we got proper casting. Proper casting. I have no complaints with the casting at all. Nicolas Cage played a great crazy guy. He usually does play a great crazy guy. Selma Blair. She was crazy, but she was like a conservative, like psychotic. Like, Nicolas Cage was like, right, and then Selma Blair was like that. I don't know if that makes a difference, but yeah. So she was like more a little psychotic. He was psychotic, but he was like, So, and then, the kids, they did a great job. It was very believable. And the other guy, he was the African-American friend. I cannot remember what his name was in the movie. The Terminator kid who would not die. He did a really good job too. He was very well placed in it, I feel like, because he kind of added a little comic relief, but at the same time, he was getting fucked up left and right. So it was just like, it was nuts. Proper casting, full point on that one. And now, the one I'm touchy about, proper CGI. Honestly, I cannot remember a point where I was just like, fuck, that looked ridiculous. I'm pretty sure that they CGI'd a lot of the blood and possibly the explosions that were in there. A few things, but nothing I can say that was just like fucking ruined the whole movie. So I'm gonna have to give proper CGI to one, because it's just there were no CGI babies. They fucking used a fake ass baby in it was like American Sniper, which I don't understand. That was so weird. Don't get me on talking about it. But yeah, there was a moment with a newborn baby in Mom and Dad, and it was very unsettling. The people I was watching it with, when it was my girlfriend and my friend, we were just looking at each other the whole time like, what the fuck is going on? Is this like for real gonna happen? In specific, the scene with the baby, the newborn baby in the hospital, it was a little bit rough. My friends kind of saw me in a different light on that one, because during it, I was freaking out. Like, I was like, okay, like, I don't know if I want to watch this. And it kept you on the edge of your seat the whole time, so you're just like, rooting for the little baby, and rooting for Selma Blair because she's trying to help the baby. It's not her kid, so she's not going to go banana sandwich on it. But, so just, if you want to see what happens, I don't want to give it away, but go watch it. So we got storyline last. This is where I'm going to run down the whole thing. Storyline, for me, it was good. It was original. I enjoyed it, but at the same time, it lacked a little bit. So I only gave it a 0.5. The reasoning behind it is like, okay, so something happens with moms and dads. They hear like a frequency, and it triggers them some type of animalistic type of way. It triggers them and like rewires them upstairs, and then they see either like a picture or they physically see their child, and they just lose it. They want to kill their own kid. Now, they never go into any further detail. Like, why is there this frequency that's making parents want to kill their kids? Why is this happening? Is this like a terrorist thing? Is this like a fucking, they never said that. So I'm sitting there like, oh, okay, like this is fucking crazy, but why? Like, why is this going on? So I wish that they would have went into a little more detail on that one, because it's just like, that's what I felt like this movie lacked the most. So that's why I only gave it a 0.5, because it's just like, just wasn't enough. Other than that, original storyline, it went super hard, and it was great. I loved every second of it. There was no complaints at all. other than I would have given a little more detail as to why the parents are going so nuts. You know, the TV would bug out, you know, go white noise or whatever it's called, and they would hear some shit on the radio. I think Selma Blair heard something on the radio and saw her kid, and then Nicolas Cage saw something, you know, something going on the TV, and then saw a picture of his kid and rushed fucking home. And it was just like, oh man, there was, you know, the scenes where they were chasing the kids were insane. They were, you know, the scene where they're at the school and all the parents are pushing the gate for the school trying to get their own kids. It was like when you first saw a parent, like, you know, try to key stab one of their kids. It was like, oh shit, okay. The very first thing you see happen was the lady leaving the car on the train tracks with the newborn baby or something. Like, she just walks away. Like, it was mad creepy, but oh okay, like it was really creepy, but at the same time it wasn't like enough in like a story sense of why did she do that. No, it's just some crazy bitch left her vehicle on there. But then, you know, they start going into it more. And then you start seeing more and more stuff like that. And then they randomly, you know, as they're trying, Nicolas Cage and Selma Blair, when they're trying to get their kids in their house, in their basement and stuff, they're trying to get at them. The doorbell rings, and Nicolas Cage's parents just randomly show up and start trying to freaking kill Nicolas Cage and stuff. It was absolute chaos. And it was, the whole time I'm watching it, I was like, I never went to freaking use the bathroom. I never like looked away. It was just like, you could not stop watching this movie, and that's why I liked it so much. That's why, so far out of the movies I've seen this year, that's why that one is number one right now. And I've been dying to do this critique, so I want more people to go see this. It's like all over Amazon. Like I said, it didn't get a theater release. I guarantee you though, the Loft here in Tucson, they'll probably play it. If they didn't play it, they'll probably play it at some point. So, just insane stuff. Alright guys, that was the end of it. This is episode 4 it was. Decided to finish this one off, trying to cut down on the time frames. I know the last one was a little insane. So I'm working on that. I'm going to get them shorter. Trying to get them under like 5 minutes, because I know everyone's attention span is shit these days. So if I want to get more views on these, I gotta be short, sweet, you know, relay the points and just hit it like that. So you're gonna see a lot shorter ones. So you're gonna be able to get through them, I guess. Yeah. So same thing. If you want to see me critique something, it can be old. Can be brand new that, you know, just came out. I'll go out and watch it, but go ahead and comment that in the comment section, and like it, subscribe. You know, just keep it growing. I like to do this, so you know, it's a little more fun when people interact with it and they comment, and they enjoy it as well. And, you know, you have debates about stuff like that. So yeah, I definitely want to keep doing this. So let's keep it going. Later, guys.
Take like a